Is there anything more powerful than hope, a single spark in the darkest night? Imagine a village forgotten, a schoolhouse crumbling, children's eyes reflecting only the dust of despair. Then imagine a leader arrives, not with promises, but with presence, not with fanfare, but with a heart overflowing. This is the story of Traore and the day hope returned. The sun beat down mercilessly on the parched earth, baking the mud walls of the schoolhouse. Inside, children huddled, their textbooks tattered, their dreams seemingly even more so. The air hung heavy with resignation, the kind that settles deep in places where hope has long since fled. Their teacher, a woman named Ida, tried her best. Her voice, though weary, still carried a spark of determination. She spoke of faraway lands, of possibilities beyond the horizon, but even she could see the doubt clouding her students' faces. One day, she would say, her voice trailing off, unable to complete the sentence. One day, what? One day things would magically improve. One day, someone would remember them. The truth was, the village had been neglected for so long, it felt invisible. Promises had been made and broken so many times that the villagers had learned not to expect anything. They worked the land, they struggled, they survived, but they barely lived. The school was a symbol of this neglect. The roof leaked, the walls were cracked, and the few resources they had were dwindling. Ida often used her own meager earnings to buy chalk or a few notebooks, anything to keep the children learning. One sweltering afternoon, as Ida was trying to explain a complex mathematical concept, a cloud of dust appeared on the horizon. The children, used to the monotony of their days, barely registered it, but Ida, her eyes sharper, felt a flicker of something akin to anticipation. A vehicle, an unexpected sight in these parts, rumbled closer. It stopped in front of the school, and a figure emerged. He was tall, with a calm, steady gaze. He wore no elaborate uniform, no symbols of power. He simply stood there, surveying the scene, his presence radiating a quiet strength. It was Traore. Ida, stunned, could only stare. She had seen his picture in the newspapers, heard him speak on the radio, but she never imagined he would actually come here, to their village, to their school. He approached the schoolhouse, his footsteps measured, his eyes meeting Ida's. "Good afternoon," he said, his voice gentle yet firm. "May I?" Ida, still speechless, simply nodded, gesturing towards the entrance. Traore stepped inside, and the children, startled by the unexpected visitor, fell silent. He looked around the small, dilapidated classroom, his gaze lingering on the cracked walls, the tattered books, the faces of the children. He saw their hunger, not just for food, but for knowledge, for opportunity, for hope. He saw Ida's dedication, her unwavering commitment to her students, despite the overwhelming odds. He saw the potential that lay dormant, waiting to be awakened. He smiled, a genuine, heartfelt smile that reached his eyes. "My name is Traore," he said, his voice filling the room, "and I am here to learn from you." The children looked at him, confused. Learn from them? What could he possibly learn from them? They were just children living in a forgotten village with nothing to offer. But Traore's words were sincere, his eyes unwavering. He knelt down, bringing himself to their level, and began to ask them questions. He asked them about their dreams, their aspirations, their fears. He listened intently, his expression reflecting their emotions. He didn't interrupt, he didn't judge, he simply listened. The children, hesitant at first, began to open up. They spoke of wanting to be doctors, teachers, engineers, farmers. They spoke of wanting to build a better future for their families, for their village, for their country. They spoke of their fears, of drought, of hunger, of being forgotten. As they spoke, Traore's presence filled the room with a sense of calm, of reassurance. He didn't offer empty promises. He didn't sugarcoat the truth. He simply acknowledged their struggles and affirmed their potential. He told them that they were not forgotten, that their voices mattered, that their dreams were worth fighting for. He told them that he believed in them. His words, simple yet profound, resonated deeply with the children. They had never heard anyone speak to them like this before. They had never felt so seen, so heard, so valued. Ida, watching from the side, felt tears welling up in her eyes. She had dedicated her life to these children, but she knew that she couldn't give them everything they needed. She couldn't give them hope, but Traore could. After speaking with the children, Traore turned to Ida. "You are doing incredible work here," he said, his voice filled with admiration. "You are a true hero." Ida blushed, embarrassed by the praise. "I am just trying to do my best," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "Your best is more than enough," Traore said. "But you shouldn't have to do it alone." He then asked her about the school's needs, about the challenges she faced. Ida, hesitant at first, began to list the problems: the leaking roof, the cracked walls, the lack of resources, the outdated textbooks. Traore listened patiently, nodding occasionally. When she was finished, he simply said, "We will fix it." Ida looked at him, incredulous. "How?" she asked. "We have asked for help so many times, but no one ever listens." "I am listening now," Traore said, "and I will make sure that others listen too." He then turned to the children again, his eyes shining with determination. "I promise you," he said, "that this school will be rebuilt. You will have new books, new supplies, and a safe, comfortable place to learn." The children gasped, their eyes wide with disbelief. Could it be true? Could their dreams finally be coming true? Traore spent the rest of the afternoon at the school, talking to the children, playing games with them, learning about their lives. He ate lunch with them, sharing their simple meal of rice and beans. He laughed with them, he left with them, he listened to their stories. He made them feel like they were the most important people in the world. As the sun began to set, Traore prepared to leave. He shook hands with each of the children, looking them in the eye and repeating his promise. "I will not forget you," he said. "I will be back." He then turned to Ida, his expression serious. "Thank you," he said. "Thank you for your dedication, your passion, your unwavering commitment to these children. You are the future of this country." He paused, then added, "And I will do everything in my power to support you." With that, he got back into his vehicle and drove away, leaving behind a village transformed. The children, their hearts filled with hope, ran home to tell their families the news. The villagers, skeptical at first, soon began to believe that something truly extraordinary had happened. Traore had visited their village. He had listened to their concerns. He had promised to help, and for the first time in a long time, they believed him. The next few weeks were a whirlwind of activity. Construction crews arrived, bringing with them building materials and equipment. The villagers, eager to help, volunteered their time and labor. The school was rebuilt, stronger and more beautiful than ever before. New classrooms were added, a library was created, and a playground was built. New books and supplies arrived, filling the shelves and desks. The children, their eyes sparkling with excitement, couldn't wait to start learning. Ida, overwhelmed with gratitude, worked tirelessly to prepare for the new school year. She developed new lesson plans, organized the resources, and recruited new teachers. She was determined to make the most of this opportunity, to give her students the best education possible. On the first day of school, the village gathered to celebrate. There was music, dancing, and feasting. The children, dressed in their finest clothes, proudly marched into the new schoolhouse. Traore, true to his word, returned for the opening ceremony. He was greeted with cheers and applause. The villagers, their faces beaming with joy, thanked him for his kindness and generosity. He addressed the crowd, his voice filled with emotion. "This is not just a school," he said. "It is a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of education, and a reminder that anything is possible if we work together." He then turned to the children, his eyes shining with pride. "You are the future of this country," he said, "and I have no doubt that you will achieve great things." The children, inspired by his words, pledged to study hard and make their dreams come true. The rebuilt school became a beacon of hope for the entire region. Children from neighboring villages flocked to attend, eager to learn and improve their lives. The village, once forgotten, was now thriving. New businesses were established, new jobs were created, and the quality of life improved dramatically. Traore's visit had not only transformed the school, it had transformed the entire community. He had shown them that they were not forgotten, that their voices mattered, that their dreams were worth fighting for. He had given them hope, and that was the greatest gift of all. But Traore's impact extended far beyond that single village. His actions resonated across the entire African continent, inspiring others to take action and make a difference. He became a symbol of hope, a beacon of light in a world often filled with darkness. People from all walks of life were drawn to his message of unity, of progress, of compassion. They saw in him a leader who truly cared about his people, a leader who was willing to put their needs before his own. They saw in him a leader who was not afraid to challenge the status quo, a leader who was determined to create a better future for all. Traore's leadership was characterized by his unwavering commitment to justice, equality, and opportunity. He believed that everyone deserved a chance to succeed, regardless of their background or circumstances. He worked tirelessly to create a level playing field, to ensure that everyone had access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. He was a champion of the poor and marginalized, a voice for the voiceless. He stood up against corruption, against oppression, against injustice. He fought for the rights of all people, regardless of their race, religion, or ethnicity. His actions spoke louder than words. He led by example, demonstrating the power of integrity, of honesty, of compassion. He inspired others to be their best selves, to strive for excellence, to make a positive impact on the world. He was a true visionary, a leader who could see beyond the present, a leader who could imagine a better future. He had a clear vision for his country, for his continent, for the world. He believed that Africa could be a global leader, a force for good in the world. He believed that Africans could solve their own problems without relying on outside assistance. He believed that Africa could be a model for the rest of the world, a shining example of peace, prosperity, and progress. He worked tirelessly to make his vision a reality. He promoted education, innovation, and entrepreneurship. He invested in infrastructure, in technology, in human capital. He fostered collaboration, cooperation, and partnership. He built bridges between cultures, between communities, between countries. He created opportunities for young people, for women, for entrepreneurs. He empowered people to take control of their own lives, to build their own futures, to create their own destinies. Traore's leadership was not without its challenges. He faced opposition from powerful forces, from those who were threatened by his vision. He was criticized, attacked, and even threatened. But he never wavered. He remained steadfast in his commitment to his people, to his principles, to his vision. He knew that the road to progress was not easy, but he was determined to stay the course. He drew strength from the support of his people, from the belief that he was doing the right thing, from the unwavering conviction that a better future was possible. He persevered, he overcame obstacles, he achieved remarkable results. He transformed his country, his continent, and the world. He left behind a legacy of hope, of inspiration, of progress. He showed the world that anything is possible if we have the courage to dream, the determination to act, and the compassion to care. Traore's story is a reminder that one person can make a difference. One person can inspire millions. One person can change the world. His visit to that neglected village school was more than just a fleeting moment of kindness. It was a catalyst for change, a spark that ignited a flame of hope that spread throughout the entire community and beyond. The children who were once forgotten now had a future to look forward to. The villagers who were once resigned to their fate now had the courage to dream again. The continent that was once struggling now had a leader to believe in. Traore's legacy lives on in the hearts and minds of those whose lives he touched. His story is a testament to the power of leadership, the power of compassion, and the power of hope. It is a story that should be told and retold to inspire future generations to strive for greatness, to make a positive impact on the world, and to never give up on their dreams. The image of Traore kneeling before those children, his eyes filled with genuine care, remains etched in the memory of everyone who witnessed it. It was a moment of pure connection, a moment of unexpected kindness, a moment that changed everything. It was a moment that reminded us that even in the darkest of times, hope can still prevail. Traore understood that true leadership wasn't about power or prestige. It was about service and sacrifice. It was about putting the needs of others before your own, about fighting for what is right, and about inspiring others to do the same. He embodied these principles in everything he did, and his actions spoke volumes about his character. He was a man of integrity, a man of honesty, a man of compassion. He was a leader who truly cared about his people, and they loved him for it. His legacy is not just about the schools he built, the roads he paved, or the economies he strengthened. It is about the hope he inspired, the lives he touched, and the future he created. It is a legacy that will endure for generations to come, a legacy that will continue to inspire and empower people to make a positive difference in the world. So, what can we learn from Traore's story? We can learn that even the smallest act of kindness can have a profound impact. We can learn that true leadership is about service and sacrifice. We can learn that hope is a powerful force that can overcome even the most difficult challenges. And we can learn that one person can make a difference. So, let us all strive to be like Traore, to be leaders in our own communities, to be beacons of hope in a world that desperately needs it. Let us all strive to make a positive impact on the world, to leave behind a legacy of kindness, compassion, and progress. Let us all strive to create a better future for all. Traore's story is not just a story about one man. It is a story about the potential that lies within each and every one of us. It is a story about the power of the human spirit, the power of hope, and the power of love. It is a story that should inspire us all to be our best selves, to strive for greatness, and to never give up on our dreams. The children of that neglected village school, now grown up, are living proof of the transformative power of hope. They are doctors, teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and leaders in their own right. They are carrying on Traore's legacy, working to build a better future for their communities, their country, and the world. They are a testament to the fact that anything is possible if we have the courage to dream, the determination to act, and the compassion to care. And they are a reminder that the spark of hope that Traore ignited in that small, dilapidated classroom continues to burn brightly to this day. It is a flame that will never be extinguished, a flame that will continue to inspire and empower generations to come. Traore's impact on the African continent is undeniable. He inspired a generation of leaders to prioritize the needs of their people, to fight for justice and equality, and to build a better future for all. He showed the world that Africa is not a continent of poverty and despair, but a continent of potential and promise. He challenged the stereotypes and misconceptions that have long plagued the continent, and he paved the way for a new era of progress and prosperity. His legacy is one of hope, inspiration, and empowerment. It is a legacy that will continue to shape the future of Africa for generations to come. Imagine the ripple effect, that single visit, that single act of kindness, spreading outwards, touching countless lives, transforming entire communities, and inspiring a continent. That is the power of leadership, the power of compassion, and the power of hope. And that is the legacy of Traore. His story is a reminder that we all have the power to make a difference, to create a better future for ourselves and for the world. So let us all embrace that power. Let us all strive to be leaders in our own right, and let us all work together to build a world where hope prevails, where justice reigns, and where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. The world needs more leaders like Traore, leaders who are willing to put the needs of others before their own, leaders who are committed to justice and equality, and leaders who inspire hope in the hearts of their people. Let us all strive to be those leaders, to carry on his legacy, and to create a better future for all. Traore's story is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, we can overcome challenges, achieve greatness, and create a lasting legacy. It is a story that should inspire us all to believe in ourselves, to believe in our dreams, and to believe in the power of hope. The impact of Traore's visit wasn't just about the physical reconstruction of the school. It was about the emotional and psychological transformation of the community. It was about restoring their faith in themselves, their faith in their leaders, and their faith in the future. It was about empowering them to take control of their own lives, to build their own destinies, and to create their own success stories. And that is the true measure of a leader who empowers others, a leader who inspires hope, and a leader who leaves behind a legacy of lasting change. Traore was all of those things and more. His story is a reminder that leadership is not about power or authority. It is about service and sacrifice. It is about putting the needs of others before your own, and about inspiring them to be their best selves. It is about creating a vision for a better future, and about working tirelessly to make that vision a reality. And it is about leaving behind a legacy that will inspire and empower generations to come. Traore's legacy is a call to action, a call to all of us to be leaders in our own lives, to be agents of change in our communities, and to be beacons of hope in a world that desperately needs it. Let us all answer that call. Let us all strive to be like Traore, and let us all work together to build a better future for all. The story of Traore and the neglected village school is a powerful reminder that even the smallest act of kindness can have a ripple effect, transforming lives, communities, and even entire nations. It is a story that should inspire us all to be more compassionate, more generous, and more willing to help those in need. It is a story that should remind us that we all have the power to make a difference, and that even the smallest contribution can have a profound impact. So, let us all strive to be agents of change. Let us all strive to be beacons of hope, and let us all strive to create a better future for all. Traore's visit to that school was a turning point, a moment that shifted the trajectory of countless lives. It was a moment that proved that hope can bloom even in the most barren of landscapes, that dreams can take flight even in the most challenging of circumstances, and that one person can indeed change the world. And that is a message that we should all carry in our hearts, a message that should inspire us to believe in ourselves, to believe in our dreams, and to believe in the power of hope. Traore's story is a testament to the transformative power of education, a reminder that education is not just about acquiring knowledge, it is about unlocking potential, empowering individuals, and building a better future for all. He understood that education is the key to breaking the cycle of poverty, to promoting social justice, and to fostering economic growth. And he made it his mission to ensure that every child had access to a quality education, regardless of their background or circumstances. His legacy is a call to action, a call to all of us to invest in education, to support teachers, and to create learning environments that are conducive to success. Let us all answer that call. Let us all strive to make education a priority. And let us all work together to ensure that every child has the opportunity to reach their full potential. Traore's story is a reminder that true leadership is not about seeking power or recognition. It is about serving others and making a positive impact on the world. It is about putting the needs of your people before your own, about fighting for what is right, and about inspiring others to do the same. It is about leading with integrity, with compassion, and with an unwavering commitment to justice and equality. And it is about leaving behind a legacy that will inspire and empower generations to come. Traore embodied all of these qualities, and his legacy is a testament to the power of servant leadership. Let us all strive to be servant leaders in our own lives, to use our talents and abilities to make a positive difference in the world, and to leave behind a legacy that will inspire others to do the same. The impact of Traore's visit to that neglected village school extended far beyond the physical improvements that were made. It was about the psychological and emotional impact that it had on the children, the teachers, and the entire community. It was about restoring their hope, their faith, and their belief in themselves. It was about empowering them to take control of their own lives, to pursue their dreams, and to create a better future for themselves and their families. And it was about showing them that they were not forgotten, that they were valued, and that they were capable of achieving great things. That is the true measure of a leader who inspires hope, a leader who empowers others, and a leader who leaves behind a legacy of lasting change. The story of Traore and the neglected village school is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can still prevail. It is a story that should inspire us all to never give up on our dreams, to never lose faith in ourselves, and to never stop believing in the power of hope. It is a story that should remind us that we all have the power to make a difference, and that even the smallest act of kindness can have a profound impact. So, let us all strive to be beacons of hope. Let us all strive to be agents of change, and let us all strive to create a better future for all. What if we all embraced the spirit of Traore, the spirit of selfless service, the spirit of unwavering hope? Imagine the world we could create, a world where every child has access to a quality education, a world where every community thrives, and a world where everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential. That is the world that Traore envisioned, and it is a world that we can all help to create. Let us all be inspired by his example. Let us all carry on his legacy, and let us all work together to build a better future for all. The story of Traore and the neglected village school is a timeless tale of hope, resilience, and the transformative power of human connection. It is a story that will continue to inspire and empower generations to come. A story that will remind us that even in the face of adversity, we can overcome challenges, achieve greatness, and create a lasting legacy. And it is a story that will forever be etched in the hearts and minds of those whose lives he touched. His legacy lives on, a testament to the power of one and a beacon of hope for all. The human spirit, in its purest form, possesses an extraordinary capacity for empathy and connection. It's a force that transcends geographical boundaries, socio-economic disparities, and the often impenetrable walls of circumstance. We are all, at our core, wired for connection, for understanding, and for extending a hand to those who need it most. The story of Traore's visit to that forgotten village school serves as a potent reminder of this inherent goodness, a beacon of hope, illuminating the often darkened corners of our world. Imagine a place where opportunity is scarce, where the weight of daily survival overshadows the dreams of a brighter future. Picture children, their eyes filled with a mixture of hope and resignation, attending a school that reflects the neglect of the world beyond its borders. Resources are limited, infrastructure is crumbling, and the promise of a better tomorrow seems like a distant, unattainable fantasy. In such an environment, the arrival of an outsider, someone who chooses to see beyond the surface and acknowledge the inherent worth of these individuals, can be nothing short of transformative. It's not merely about the material assistance that might be provided, although that is undoubtedly important. It's about the recognition, the validation, the simple act of acknowledging their existence and their potential. It's about showing them that they are not forgotten, that their lives matter, and that someone cares enough to invest in their future. This act of kindness, this gesture of empathy, can ignite a spark within them, a renewed sense of hope and possibility that can propel them forward despite the challenges they face. The impact of such an encounter extends far beyond the immediate beneficiaries. It ripples outwards, touching the lives of families, communities, and even the wider world. It inspires others to act, to contribute, to make a difference in their own spheres of influence. It demonstrates the power of human connection to overcome adversity and create positive change. But why is it that these acts of kindness often feel so exceptional, so noteworthy? Perhaps it's because they stand in stark contrast to the prevailing narrative of self-interest and indifference that often dominates our society. We are bombarded with messages that prioritize personal gain, that encourage competition over collaboration, and that foster a sense of detachment from the struggles of others. In such a climate, acts of selfless generosity become all the more remarkable, serving as a powerful antidote to the cynicism and apathy that can so easily take root. It's crucial to remember that empathy is not a finite resource. It's not something that we can deplete by giving it away. On the contrary, the more we practice empathy, the more it grows and strengthens. It's like a muscle that becomes stronger with use. By actively seeking out opportunities to connect with others, to understand their perspectives, and to offer our support, we cultivate a deeper sense of compassion and a greater capacity for positive action. Furthermore, it's important to recognize that empathy is not simply a feeling. It's a skill that can be learned and developed. It requires us to step outside of our own comfort zones, to challenge our assumptions, and to actively listen to the experiences of others. It demands that we suspend judgment and approach each interaction with an open mind and a willingness to understand. In a world that often feels fragmented and divided, the power of human connection is more important than ever. We need to actively seek out opportunities to bridge the gaps that separate us, to build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, and to work together to create a more just and equitable world for all. The story of Traore's visit serves as a powerful reminder that even the smallest act of kindness can have a profound impact. It demonstrates the transformative power of empathy, the importance of human connection, and the enduring hope that resides within us all. Let us all strive to be more like Traore, to see the inherent worth in every individual, and to extend a hand to those who need it most. Let us create a world where acts of kindness are not the exception, but the norm, where empathy is not a fleeting emotion, but a guiding principle, and where the power of human connection is harnessed to create a brighter future for all. The true lesson lies not just in the act itself, but in the ripple effect it creates. It's a testament to the interconnectedness of humanity, a reminder that our actions, no matter how small, can have far-reaching consequences. By choosing to be kind, compassionate, and empathetic, we contribute to a more positive and harmonious world. We inspire others to do the same, creating a chain reaction of goodness that can transform communities and uplift spirits. So let us not underestimate the power of a simple gesture, a kind word, or a helping hand. Let us embrace the opportunity to connect with others, to understand their stories, and to offer our support. Let us cultivate empathy as a core value, and let it guide our actions in all aspects of our lives. For in doing so, we not only enrich the lives of others, but we also enrich our own, creating a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive and reach their full potential. The children in that village school may never forget the day Traore visited. It was a day that instilled in them a sense of hope, a belief in their own potential, and a reminder that they are not alone in the world. And perhaps years from now, they will pay it forward, extending their own acts of kindness to others, perpetuating the cycle of goodness that began with a single selfless act. The world needs more Traorés, individuals who are willing to step outside of their comfort zones, to challenge the status quo, and to make a difference in the lives of others. It needs more people who are driven by empathy, compassion, and a genuine desire to create a more just and equitable world for all. Let us all strive to be those people. Let us embrace the power of human connection, and let us work together to build a world where kindness prevails, where empathy guides our actions, and where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. The future of our world depends on it. The well-being of our communities depends on it, and the fulfillment of our own potential depends on it. Let us all choose to be a force for good in the world, and let us create a legacy of kindness that will inspire generations to come.